Hey guys, it's Bobby. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Almost 2 years ago, I came out with a video titled The Hamilton Mashup and included a bunch of my friends, and it was a really cool experience, and it took literally a year to make that video. Now, almost 2 years later, I'm going to be reacting to that video. Just for some context, I've only watched this video back a couple of times since its release. Initially, when I first uploaded it in 2016, I watched it a couple of times, make sure everything uploaded right, or to see people's reactions and the comments and stuff. But over the past 2 years, I haven't really went back to this video and watched it. And actually, the times that I have gone back, I haven't been able to watch it all the way through. And we'll get into why a little bit later. But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting, and I've got a lot to say about things that happened in the video. So with all that being said, this is probably gonna be a long video, so I'm gonna just jump right into it and not do much talking. But yeah, here we go. Alright, here we go.
How does an immigrant, orphan, son of a poor man and a Scotsman drop in?
Already, 2 seconds. Okay, we're like 2 seconds in. But so I want to comment on two things. One, my video quality has gotten 10 times better. I was using a very, very trash camera that I had bought at a pawn shop my 11th grade year, and it was the first camera I ever owned, and it was a real piece of trash, but it helped me understand how to take pictures and do video and all that stuff, but it was trash. So what we did for this video, nowadays people know I use green screen, but back then, to film all of these people on this green screen, wow, we've gotten 9 seconds in, that's fantastic. But to film everybody, I took two black sheets that I just had around my house, and we hung them up at every single place that I went, or every person's house, and they filmed in front of that. I didn't have good lighting, I don't think. No, I didn't have any of the lighting that I have now, and so it was pretty much dependent on what they had and how I was able to kind of just manipulate the light that they had and all of that stuff. Some people's recordings look better than others, not gonna lie, but it's all pretty much shot on a potato. So there's that. That's the one thing I wanted to address. Second thing I want to address is the text at the bottom. Okay, so I thought it was a good idea, and it really was. It was a good idea, but I just didn't execute it correctly. It was a good idea to include the song that we were singing and a little snippet about what the song was about so people could know, because Hamilton's like a 2.5-hour musical. There's a lot, and we're jumping around because we're at different points. So I wanted to just give a brief, concise, summary of what each song was about so you could kind of understand. Problem was, I used this crappy text and you can't really read what it's saying. It's hard to read. And so, yeah, I was trying to go for old-timey writing, but it didn't work. But, I tried. Alright, here we go.
In the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean, by providence impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar.
The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter.
Okay, that guy. So somebody bailed on me in this video, and there's no hard feelings, but they did. They backed out of the video. I asked him to be in it, and it wasn't him. I asked somebody to be in the video. They couldn't be in it because they were had a lot of stuff going on, and they were trying to get through school and all this stuff. So okay, I'll find somebody else. Problem was, I wanted to find somebody that really liked Hamilton that could be in this video, and they had to fill in for Lawrence, Washington, and somebody else. It was 3 parts. This person played 3 parts. It was a very big person, and I couldn't find anybody. And my friend Ariana knew of someone who possibly could fulfill the role, so I brought him in. Problem is, he didn't know anything about Hamilton. He'd never heard Hamilton or anything, so he was trying his best, and I appreciate that he was trying his best because he had never heard any of the music or whatever, and it's kind of a rush job. Problem was, I don't like that he's the second face that you see after me, because he wasn't very good at lip syncing because he didn't know the words, and I'm so it already wasn't the best start, but hey, it's okay. He tried, and I really appreciate him stepping up to the plate, because I really needed him, and I needed somebody to fill the role. So he did it, and I was very grateful.
Then hurricane came, devastation reigned. Our man saw his future dripping down the drain.
Maggie was really fun to film with on this because she could never stop laughing. It was
gonna know
hilarious.
your name. What's your name, man?
Alexander Hamilton.
James.
My name is Alexander Hamilton.
James was really happy when I told him he was gonna play Hamilton, and that made me very happy. But yeah,
But
he was
just
great.
you wait, just you wait.
It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must.
Also, I'm gonna say there's probably gonna be songs in here that I forgot were even in here because I literally haven't watched this all the way through in at least a year. It's been at least a year since I've watched it all the way through. I've maybe clicked on it to try and watch it through, but I couldn't. Oh, and I'll go into that now. The reason I can't watch this video all the way through is because I know how far I've come and how much better I am, and it's nothing to the people that are in it because the people that are in it are great. I still am friends with all these people. Well, most of these people. Some of these people I haven't talked to in a while, but most of these people I still talk to like all the time, and yeah, it's just me. I know how far I've come with my video production and my even audio mixing because I listen to this track now and I'm like, I can do so much better with the instrumental stuff. I mean, like if you go listen to my Greatest Showman medley track, or my Good Morning Baltimore track, or my This Is Me track, or my I Have a Dream one. Like I have so many ones that are like so much better now, and like my older stuff I was just figuring it out. And it's good to like, I don't take stuff down because I leave stuff up to where so I can see how far I've come, and it's a really good like just map to see like, oh, you started here and you were okay, but now you're here and you've gotten like so much better. And so I leave stuff up, and I like this video, but it's also hard for me to watch because I know now I'm like, oh, I would have done this better and this better and this better. So I nitpick like every single thing every time I watch it, but I'm gonna make it all the way through this time. And but yeah, so there's mixed feelings. I love this because it was the first medley I did, and it's like because like I wish I could have done it so much better. But yeah, let's keep going.
Heed not the rebel that screams revolution. They have
She
not
had
your
her own scroll.
interests at
I didn't even. That wasn't even my
heart.
plan.
He
Okay, this song, I was so happy for Maggie to sing this because I really wanted her to be King George, and she was, and I'm very happy about it. This is probably the person I was most excited to record with, besides James for Hamilton, because that's fun. But yeah, she was like up there. Anticipation was high.
So
She delivered.
I know him.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I mixed all of King George's songs in so I could like put them all in. And yeah, I'm very grateful to Lin-Manuel Miranda for making all of his songs follow the same pattern. Very easy to mix the words.
Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all.
Dum, dum, dum. I remember that. I love this song. Wait For It is one of my favorite songs from Hamilton, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to be Burr really bad, because everybody would want to be Hamilton, but I wanted to be Burr, partially because of the song. And Room Where It Happens. Those are really good. Especially on songs like this, you can tell that you can tell that my audio mixing and like vocal mixing isn't the best, but now it's way better. So the timing of that break was not right. Yeah, you can tell at some points the track speeds up, it slows down, and yeah.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Take you out just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Daddy, daddy, love. My name is Philip.
Every time I watch this video, I forget that my brother's in it.
This poem just to show it, and I just turned on. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine.
What?
I practice French and piano with my mother. I got a sister, but I want a little brother. Okay. My daddy's trying to start America's bank.
Ooh, daddy, I cut the sand. Also, okay, I'm gonna just say, Bradley doesn't even watch my videos anymore. Like, he never really has. The only videos of mine that my brother watches are the ones that he's in. And so, he would kind of watch this video when he, I don't know, after it came out, he would kind of watch this video, but he would only skip to his part. He would like ask me what point in time his was, and then eventually he would know. He would watch his video and then be done with it. And I think when the video was about to hit like, I think 500 views, he wanted to be the 500th view. I think he did that for like 1,000 too. But he just didn't care. Like nowadays, I can't get him to watch my videos for anything, and it's fine. I mean, I get it. But he was really happy to be in this video, especially since he didn't have to sing, because he doesn't sing. Well, he says he doesn't sing, but I think he could probably do it. But he likes to rap, and so I let him be in this to be Philip, and yeah, he did great.
Take a break.
Hey, our kid is pretty great.
Run away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate.
Eliza, I've got.
Oh, okay. Also, sorry, I'm stopping so much, and it's like a 14-minute. Oh, we're about 6 minutes in. Okay, I'm okay. But when I'm listening back, I hear like Hamilton. What did he just say? Hold on. He just said something. Oh, he said, "Hey, our kid is pretty great." So back when I was recording these vocals, I didn't have a pop filter. If you don't know what a pop filter, hold on, I'll get it. Okay, so this is a pop filter, and it goes like on a thing. It connects to something else, but this is the main part. And you sing into this, and the mic goes on the other side, and so it takes out all your sharp like P's and B's and like all the words that were like pop. So like when you say the word pop, you got that. It takes out all of those. But I didn't have one of these back then. Or if I did, no, I didn't have one of these because this was like very early. So I didn't even have a pop filter. I barely had a good mic, and so instead of having that, people would just have to sing into the mic, and I would have to take it out and post. So if you listen back to that, take a break. Hey, our kid is pretty great. He has a very hard P, pretty great, because that's just how people sing. They don't think about softening their P's and all that stuff. You do that in post. So what I had to do was I had to take that like very big, pretty great, and I had to like turn it way down, and you can just hear it. It makes a very big difference. I don't have to do that nowadays because people sing with pop filters, and I don't have to. Yeah, it's a mess, but like, yeah, it's just certain things that I couldn't do back then to make this the best it could be, you know.
Take a break.
Hey, our kid is pretty great.
Run away with us for the summer.
Also, the quality of everybody's vocals is very different. So James's sounds more like it was recorded in a can, and Eliza's, or I'm reading her name, Ariana's, sounds more like it's recorded like where you are. And that's probably because I had to do more editing to James's for like either volume or no, it was where we was. We recorded in different locations, and so the dynamics of the room makes a huge difference when you're like recording. So the place I was recording with James at was a more open room, and Ariana's was a more closed room, so it didn't really bounce that much, and we were like closer to the walls, I think it was. And with James, we were more in the open, so his like vocals had more room to travel, and I think I might have been in different settings on my mixer. A lot of things take into effect, but now I've got a thing that goes on the back of the mic, so you know the stuff doesn't bounce back and it stays there. It's a lot. I'm telling you, there's so many things I would, if I could redo this, go back in time and like give myself all the equipment I have now. Oh, past me would, one, be so happy because I have a good camera, and two, I don't even know if I could like figure it out. I would need Future Me's help to figure out how to like do some of the stuff, but it'd be great. It also all be shot in green screen, and it'd be like 10 times better. But anyway, back to that.
Father, there's a lake I know.
This was the song that I was like, I'm trying to be kid friendly. I think I'm gonna just say no to this out of this, but I was like, nah, there's a perfect spot. I can just put in the words, like the spoken part before, not even do the song. That's what I did, because I didn't want to go there. I really like this song, especially getting to sing it with James with the harmonies and stuff that we did later. It's great. Also, one of the things that people don't know about these medleys is that I literally have to, I don't read sheet music. So like I write all the chords out, but then since I play most of these like a lot, I remember how to play a lot of my medleys all the way through for a long time. These are the harmonies I really like.
We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you.
Oh, okay. Couple of things about recording with Ariana. First off, Ariana was the most into this out of anybody. Ariana helped me the most when it came to making this. Okay, so this is an interesting story because yeah, I didn't do I didn't do something. Okay, so I went over Ariana's house and I let her listen to the track and all of that. And she helped me come up with a new arrangement, a completely different arrangement. I think it started out with the dun 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 dun. It still started out with the first song, but stuff after that completely changed, and we took like different bits of the songs and like put them together, and it was a really good arrangement. And I'm pretty sure it was also shorter. I don't know if it included as many songs, but it was definitely shorter. And that was a big thing, because she was like, I think it's really great, it is really long, and I feel like there's a better arrangement that we could find to like do different stuff. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So I was completely open to it. The problem was, this video took a year to make. And it was like, this video came out in 2016. Okay, so in about June, July was when we were doing this. And most of the people in this video went to college. And a bunch of people were going away or were going to be really busy. And so I was trying to figure out how I could record with all these people before August, because I was trying to get this video out by August. This video didn't end up coming out till December, but since I was in a rush to do that, after me and Ariana completely did a new arrangement, I was like, I actually don't have time to do that, because it takes me, well, back then, it took me forever to make tracks. And still sometimes today, like I'm working on a Mean Girls medley, and some stuff has come up to where it's like been hard to like find time to like figure out how to get it in there. But also, that's just a very hard thing to arrange. Broadway stuff is sometimes, well, not sometimes. Broadway stuff is always harder to arrange because they don't normally follow the like typical structure that like pop music does and all that stuff. So, you know, it's kind of hard, and it takes a long time. This track took a very long time to make. It took a long time to arrange this. It took a long time to make the track for this. It took forever. So the idea of trying to make an entirely new arrangement and like have to re-record all the parts over, it was an actual nightmare. And so that's part of the reason why I was like, I don't think I can. And then the other part was like, if I'm trying to get this recorded by August with everyone else, I don't have time to even think about doing a new arrangement. So I didn't, but it turns out I kind of did, because I didn't end up recording with half of these people until after August, and it came out in December. So, sorry Ariana, we spent like 3 or 4 hours on that day trying to figure out a new arrangement, and then I didn't even use it. The other part was, I was not very good, once again, at recording vocals with people, and I didn't know how to, like, you know, level mics and all that stuff. So, on that part, the ooh, I do, hey, that hey was so hard, because she had to, like, go up and, like, she had to, like, put some force behind it, and my microphone kept peaking. It kept like sounding pretty bad, and it wasn't her, it was just my ability to record something that loud at that volume. And I've had the same problem lately, actually, when I record with Sophie Miller, because I've done like the Beauty and the Beast video with her, I've done the Greatest Showman thing, she's in the Frozen mashup, so like I've recorded a lot with her, and every single time I give her a part that she has to like really belt. So in Greatest Showman she had to belt Never Enough, and Frozen she had to belt Let It Go, and every time I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have you stand back here so you don't like essentially have to peek in the microphone, so I don't throw you all the way down, all this stuff. It's a lot. But back then I wasn't any good at any of that, so I was like, maybe if you stand back here or back here or back here, but I didn't know how to change the settings. It was a mess. But basically, so that part is like very much clipped in, and it sounds like I do, hey, ooh, and that's all my fault. Because she was great at singing it, I was just bad at mixing it, and that's one of the many examples in this video. But let's get back into it.
I am taking the toast by the range, make a red coat, turtle with blood stain. And I'm never gonna stop till I make a drop of my scatter the remains now. Watch me engaging them, enraging them, escaping them. Ow! I go to France for more fun. I come back with more guns.
Okay, I was very excited to be able to include Noah in this, because Noah doesn't sing. Noah actually calls himself tone deaf all the time. I don't think he is, he just doesn't sing. And so he was like the perfect candidate for Lafayette, because he can rap the whole thing, and he's been able to do it like since we were in high school. And so I was like, hey, you're gonna be Lafayette, because this is pretty much one of the only times that I was gonna actually be able to use him in a music thing, like for him singing, because he plays guitar and stuff, and but he's like real busy like sometimes, and so it's hard sometimes to get him to like be able to play guitar and stuff. We've tried, it's hard. It's both of our faults because we're just busy people and schedules don't line up really much. But I was really happy I was able to include him in this, especially because this was such a big project. And but yeah, and he was very happy to do it. And it was pretty cool. And we actually the day that we recorded this, we hung out for a while and we kind of bonded a little more. And we've been friends since like 6th grade. But it was pretty great. It was pretty good. But yeah, this was very fun, and I like this song. Who doesn't like this song? Guns and Ships, you know.
Dear Mr. Hamilton,
Oh yeah, this song. I really like this song.
It's quiet uptown.
Mr. Hamilton,
Sit down. Our client Levy Weeks is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say.
Okay, one more thing.
One last time.
Okay.
Relax, have it.
He actually did pretty good on this one, and I was surprised. This is not an easy song to sing. Like, I've sung this song like after, not an easy song to sing, and especially not to catch on. But the thing I wanted to point out was I wasn't even paying attention. There was a lot of editing in this, but I'm covering up the An American Mashup with the top black part of his border. Literally, all I have to do is scoot it down. But you know, there was like 50,000. Like, if you look at the project file for all of this, there's so many. Like, it's actually a ridiculous amount of tracks that I have to do, because every person is a track, but also every person's title card is a separate track, and the background is a separate track, and all the words are separate track. It was a nightmare. It was such a nightmare. It took me like, I don't even know how long. It took me a long time to edit this video, and I was editing some people as they came in, but the majority I had to wait till I got all the footage so I can know where I wanted to place people on. It was a lot. It was so much, but it turned out. It turned out, man.
Break tonight, invitation, how to say goodbye. You and I.
He does go to a different key here. He does go to a different key. That kind of hurt a little bit.
Alright.
Oh, I love this because this is Ava's song, and yeah, I was really excited to work with Ava on this too. I was very happy about that. Ava's amazing. Like, Ava's one of the top singers I know, like, in my life, like top 3 easily.
to the groom, to the bride, to the bride,
This is also hard to record with the background vocals. There's a lot happening. To the union, to the revolution. It did it again. The hope that you provide. She had a hard P in there because, like, that's what you're taught to do, like when you're singing like live and stuff, I guess. Is that actually what you're taught to do? I don't know. But anyway, regardless, she had a hard P in there. And it's harder when you like singing it into the microphone, the provide. And so, you know, I had to bring it down. But it sounds like a popping in the microphone because of you're bringing something down that was such strong force, and then you're going back into something loud. It's a lot, but yeah, you know, I did it again. Always. No, I remember that. I was very excited for this song. Yeah. This was really fun too. Wah, wah. This, he was also Jefferson. This was the song. This was it. I forgot.
Following us to revolution.
This was his best one.
No more status
This
quo.
was his best one.
But the sun comes up and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette draft a declaration, then I said I gotta go.
We changed it because he couldn't hit that high, and that's hard to high note hit. He did really good on this song. When my brother saw that BJ was the one playing the older version of him, he was very excited about that, and he actually liked that, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And they do actually feel like they could maybe possibly be related the older version, especially since you don't see my brother for too long, you don't see it from the side. It's like, oh, that's a very realistic assumption that they could have grown up to be. It was really cool. So but yeah, he liked that guy grew he grew up to be that guy. It was pretty cool.
Oh, forgetting what you've taught me.
This was so sad when they were recording it because they're really good at acting, and it was really sad. Good. Oh, yeah. Also, I record, for those of you who've never worked with me and don't know, I record demos for every single medley I do with people. So, like, for example, there's a version of this where I'm having to sing, like, every part. Like, every single part. The background vocals, all the lead parts, all the female and male parts, like, everything. Even the notes, like, I can't hit. I just have to figure out how to, like, bring it down or, like, hit it and be like, sorry, you know, but that's what you're singing. And so, like, there's ones of me doing this. There's ones of me doing, like, Frozen, so I sing Let It Go. That's a fun song. There's one of me from The Greatest Showman where I get to sing, like, Never Enough and, like, all the songs. Those are so much fun because you can do, like, male versions, and it's like, this is never gonna see the light of day, but it's really fun for me to, like, do my own version of my medleys and stuff. And the Mean Girls one, that demo was really fun. I haven't done a full demo of that yet because I'm still working on the track, but the piano version of that's so fun. Especially Karen. Karen is, like, one of my favorite characters from Mean Girls. And Damien during Where Do You Belong? That's okay, off topic, but basically there's versions of me on, like, all of this, and yeah, there's a version of every single track of mine where I sing it, and it's fun. But I was saying that, I forgot even why I was saying that, because for this song, I completely butchered the French numbers, like the da, trois. I was so bad, and Ariana was like, "That's so bad." Like, it was so bad, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I tried, but you know it, so I don't really need to get it right, because you know, but it was so bad. And she had to teach it to BJ, because BJ didn't know all the words and stuff, but it was pretty bad. But yeah.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a
Good transition.
Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me? I see it coming. Do I run or fire my gun or let it be? There's no beat, no melody.
This was a very long thing for me to include. Actually, I'm gonna keep playing it while I'm talking.
If I throw
This was very long, and I included it just because it was really, like, emotional, and it also let you inside of the mind of Hamilton. And since everything was out of order, I kind of wanted there to be, like, a really big moment for Hamilton. But yeah, James is really good, and I really need to work with him more. I just don't have either don't have projects for him, or our schedules just don't line up, but I gotta figure that out because I really like working with James, and he's really talented.
Wise up, eyes up. Raise a glass to freedom.
Playing Bird was really fun in this. I would love to play Bird on Broadway. That's a role I would love to play. It'd be so much fun. Until you know the point with this, and it's sad because you killed someone, but you know. That part was hard for Gracie to hear. I remember that, like, randomly, but yeah, we had to record that a couple times. But yeah. Also, Ava's part was different there. If you look, she's wearing different clothes. That's because I'm pretty sure I had them record. They recorded video on 2 different days. Ava and James went through the most trying to record this medley because I had to meet with them, well, second to Ariana, because every time I recorded with someone she knew, I recorded at her house. And so it was kind of a lot for her for some parts. But so I was over at her house the most for this. But Ava and James, my family has our church in Davidson, but before we were using that building for our church, it was just like a place that we owned, and so I recorded up there because that was the most convenient spot for me. And so I picked them up and had to drive them all the way up there and then back, and they did that twice because the first time we did video and we couldn't get all their audio done in the same day, so I had to have them back like way later, like a month or 2 later, to do their vocals. To do their video, and it was a lot. So they definitely went through the biggest struggle, but Ariana put in probably the most work on this, and then everybody else, you know, kind of pitched in. But them 3 were like, they were the team. They were the team.
And when he died, the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me.
I like that song too.
Let me tell you what I wish I
Oh, dear God. Okay. I didn't say that. I'll tell you why.
You have no control.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Tell your story. Who dies, who tells your story?
Okay. So I really liked the idea of that being a cappella, and it turned out really great. Problem was, it was so hard to record because there was no track for people to follow and stuff. So I had to, like, first of all, I had to record all those parts. I have gotten better over the years, kind of, but I have never been the best at harmonizing. I've never been the best at it. And so picking up those harmonies was a struggle. I spent a good amount of time trying to figure out those harmonies, and yeah, it turned out okay, but you know, it was a journey to get there. But yeah, I mean, that's the end of the, I think we got like 2 seconds left. Yeah, that was the end of the video. Okay, so final thoughts. That was a lot. Okay. So I'll be clear. I really do like that video, and I'm so tremendously grateful to everyone that was in it because they put in so much time, so much effort, and all of that. All the problems I essentially have with the video are with me, basically, and it's just because I look back and I'm pretty much. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist. Well, I kind of am a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist in the sense of like when I'm doing creative work, I want to do everything to the best that I can at that point in time. And so what that means is I knew when I made that video that video could have been 10 times better. But I was at a point where I was like, this is literally all I can do. I don't have a better camera. I don't have a better recording. Like, this is what I can do. But looking back on the video, I'm like, oh, I could have done so many more things. So it's almost like I understand how my past self was feeling because I just didn't have the tools. I didn't have the resources, and I didn't have the knowledge to do some of the stuff that I did do now. But it's always just kind of hard because it's like I see where I came from, but I wish I was here when I was back there. But you know, you can't be here unless you went through what you did back there. So you know, it's a lot. But I'm still very proud of that video. That is the second highest viewed video on my channel. I'm pretty sure the highest viewed video, ironically, is with Sophie Miller from we did a cover of Beauty and the Beast. And yeah, that doesn't even have me in it. I just made that video starring her. And yeah, but it's the most viewed video on my channel. And that makes me happy because it's giving somebody else a platform and all that stuff. And I hope to make more videos with her and a bunch of people that she knows because she goes to Northwest. And yeah, there's a lot of talent in Northwest School of the Arts, and so a lot of those people are going to be in my Broadway Hits medley. There's like 10 of them that are going to be in my Broadway Hits medley, and yeah, so that's going to be really fun. But I like working with other people, and so that's why this video means a lot to me because it was the first really big project that I even tried on YouTube at all, and the fact that it went so well for like what I had is like really amazing, and it's really all due to them because I could make the track. I could record the demo, but I needed them in the end to like make it what it was. And that video's got like 1,500 something views, and that ain't bad, cause yeah, that's not bad at all. Especially based on like some of the other views that I get, that's not bad at all. So I don't know. It's nice to look back on it and see how far I've come. But that's pretty much all for this reaction video, if you can even kind of call it a reaction video. It's kind of like a creator's commentary, and yeah, I hope to work with all those people more in the future, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, make sure you leave a comment below, and subscribe to see more videos from me. There's a link in the description to that original video since I was like talking over it and it's kind of like cut up if you want to watch it, and also there's a link to like a playlist with all of my medleys in it because I've done a bunch more medleys. I've done, like I was saying before, a Greatest Showman one, I've done one for Sia's music, I've done one with some of Jason Mraz's music, a new Frozen medley. Hopefully that's out by the time this is going up. If not, it's coming up like real soon. And you know, I've done a bunch of different stuff, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget that God loves you, and so do I. I'll see you next time.